Happy Friday to the Ungovernables, the Captain's Crew, the LFA family, McGroin Nation, coming to you live from the deep red state of Tennessee on rumble.com/LFA TV. Welcome to Ungoverned. Wow, what's going on here with this camera? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Hope you're all, I was like off-centered somehow. I don't know what happened. Probably from the Newsmax hit yesterday, where I repeatedly made fat jokes about J.B. Pritzker. If you haven't seen that, it's on X, on Instagram. It was fun. Said he has a gravitational pull so strong, Obi-Wan Kenobi said, that's no moon, it's a space station. All right, here we go. Happy to be here on a Friday. We're going to do phone calls. Second half of the show, I am obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. Maybe it's going to be an unhealthy obsession, I don't know. But this is how it's going to be. I have found something to sink my teeth into, and I am going to sink my teeth into it because I believe, and this is to no fault of the administration, and I'm sure if something like this did pass both chambers, probably won't. I'm sure that if something like this passed both chambers, Donald Trump could veto this and would veto this. However, the fact that it is alive, has not been killed yet, hasn't been brought to a vote in the House yet. The Dignity Act, this nonsense, the Dignity Act, okay, which is, there's nothing dignified about this whatsoever, okay? There's nothing dignified about it. There is no dignity in rewarding lawbreaking, none. It is an amnesty bill, and it is an existential threat to everything that we fought for the last 10 years. Again, is it a realistic threat? Do I think it's going to pass? I don't. I think, here's what I think happens. If this does get through the House, I don't think it gets through the Senate. I don't think there's 60 votes. However, while that process is heating up, I think we get very loud. I think the people, start to say, we did not vote for amnesty, period. Okay? We did not. And I don't want anyone to get confused when I say this, right? Like, I didn't vote for amnesty. Oh, Trump is pushing amnesty? No, Trump's not pushing amnesty. Not at all. You have select representatives in the House, all of which are jokes of Republicans. All of them. Maria Salazar, Mike Lawler, Don Bacon, who's retiring. What are you doing? None of us voted for amnesty. None of us. Yeah, did I vote for the worst first, right? Did I vote for deporting the worst first? I absolutely voted for deporting the worst first and then the rest next. I did not vote for someone saying we're going to go after the worst first and then a year and a half. And again, this is not what Trump is doing, but this is what some Republicans in the House are doing. Then a year and a half, well, we're not going to be able to get rid of all of them, so we might as well give some of them a path to legal status. There is a path to legal status already. There's a path to legal status that already exists. Come here legally. There's a path. Just take it. Take the right path, okay? There's a path to legal status. There's a path to citizenship. It's called follow the law. It's that simple. Why? Are we bending over backwards to reward lawbreaking? Mike Lawler, Maria Salazar, Don Bacon, and some of the others in the House. Why are we doing this? Who told you this was popular? Who told you this is something that would benefit the country? Because whoever told you that is lying. That is not what... I don't care if it takes us 30 years to deport every single illegal alien who came into this country illegally. You either enforce the law or you don't have laws. Period. Full stop. You either enforce the law, or what's the point of having a law? Right? What's the point of having a law? You either enforce the laws or you don't. If you don't, then you don't actually have laws. It is going to be my personal mission at the federal level. And I'm not just going to focus on this only, exclusively, right? But it is going to be my personal mission at the federal level to make sure that this Dignity Act is destroyed, obliterated, and the earth that it rose up from is salted so that nothing like that could ever grow back again. There is nothing that makes me, and look, folks, this has been my number one, right? So like, I'm not a single issue voter, but priority number one for me is immigration, and it always has been. It has been, honestly, since I was in college in political science classes in 2012. It's been immigration. I drove a bunch of liberals crazy in one of my poli-sci classes in 2012 by saying, hey, you know how we can create jobs and reform immigration? We could build a wall on the southern border. 2012, you're welcome. You're welcome. Just like they stole the election, I stole that idea from a very talented person, okay? I stole it from he's a talented guy. No. It's my idea, the wall. It's not my idea. I'm only joking. The point of the matter is I have always been about immigration reform. And by reform, I mean us as a country just simply returning to enforcing the law. That's what I mean by reform. Because we don't really need to reform anything. All you have to do is enforce the law as it's written. So immigration for me has been issue number one. That's been me. I'm not a single issue voter, but to me, if you're weak on immigration, you lose a lot of points. Right? You know, if there's a primary and somebody's like, you know, they could prove that they're about enforcing the laws they're written, and there's no illegal, you know, you punish illegal immigration because there's laws against it, and if you violate the law, you face the consequence. You know, that's common sense. It's in there. These are congressionally passed laws. It's in there. So I'm not a single issue voter where that's the only issue that matters, and as long as you're good on that issue, I'll vote for you. No. But that is priority number one for me is immigration. 100, 200, 300%. That's me. I am going to make this my personal mission. I'm going to keep talking about it. I'm going to keep railing on it. You're going to get annoyed by it. People are going to see me posting about it in a week, in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 4 weeks on social media. Give it a rest. I will not give it a rest because I will not, if there is some sort of amnesty passed in this country, like what Mike Lawler and Maria Salazar and Don Bacon, etc., are proposing with this quote-unquote Dignity Act, which is really the Amnesty Act, okay? If it passes, it ain't going to be because I wasn't making noise, all right? I'm leaving it all out on the field. Under no circumstances is this bill okay, in my view. We can have differing opinions on it. That's fine. I will not rest until this bill is destroyed. I hate the concept of amnesty. I hate the concept of rewarding bad behavior. I cannot stand it. I cannot stand it. And I cannot stand when you saw issue number one of the Trump campaign. There were signs. There was a lot of talk about it. He was shot when he was talking about illegal immigration, right? In Butler, he was talking about the chart, right, where it spiked under Biden. This was a major issue of the campaign. This was not some deportations. This was mass deportations. We said it for years, no exceptions. Now, Congress and those who are reelected on the Trump wave, like a Mike Lawler, like a Maria Salazar, like a Don Bacon in Nebraska, these people watched as the American electorate voted in favor of deporting every single illegal alien. And now all of a sudden, well, it's going to be too hard to get rid of all of them. So we might as well let the good ones stay. There are no good ones, okay? You broke the law. There are no good ones. I'm not saying they're all bad people. I'm saying they're all lawbreakers because they are. If you came into this country illegally, you broke the law. You face the consequences. Simple. There is no but what about. No whatabouts. No whatabouts. There are no whatabouts. You broke the law. You came here illegally. You're out. I made this comparison yesterday. If I break into your home, but I pay my way, I do my own laundry, I pay my way, I buy my own food, I clean my own dishes, I pay part of your utilities, I pay part of your internet, I pay part of your cable, I help wash the bed, I help clean the house. I'm paying my own way, but I still broke into your house. Am I an undocumented resident of your home now? And I get to stay because I'm not committing any other crimes? No, because I shouldn't be there. I broke into your home. It's your home. It's not my home. It's your home. Why are we not applying this common sense to our country. Well, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to get rid of all 25 million of them. It's going to be hard to round up every single one of them. And the ones who've been here for a long time, who are contributing, they deserve to stay. No, they don't. No, they don't. If I break into your home and I stay in your home and I pay my way and I mow your grass and I do all these, do I deserve to stay in your home? I don't. Do I have a right to stay in your home? I don't. Enough is enough. No amnesty, no sanctuary, no exceptions. Period. This isn't hard. We have to destroy the Dignity Act. It has to be destroyed. Destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. If you reward bad behavior, what do you get? More bad behavior. If you reward law breaking, what do you get? More law breaking. If you create an exception for one group, what happens? Like, oh, well, the precedent was set for that group. How come it doesn't apply to this group? And what about equal protection? And what about equality? And what about you wind up? You're going to let them all. What is going to happen, and there may be people with really good intentions here. You're giving the left an inch. Do they ever just take an inch? No. They go after the entire mile once you give them that inch. Look at what they're doing in Target in Philadelphia and in Minneapolis. They're saying Target now should kick ICE agents out of their stores because they're ICE agents. Target is one of the most woke companies in the country. Remember summer of 2023, the boycott because of the pride displays? The tuck it underwear, remember all that stuff? Target, then it was Kohl's. Target was one of the first major retailers in the country to allow men in the women's room. Target. They said, oh, we will show the left that we will compromise. We will be accepting. Now look what's happening. You're having people storming their stores, sitting in the aisles, making it impossible for paying customers to shop, hurting business. These are the people you tried to appease. You will never, ever, ever appease the left. They will always come back. As a matter of fact, as soon as you appease them, you are showing weakness. They know we can come back to it. All right, they appease. Let's act like they did their thing. But later when we need something else, we know who to come back to. It is going to be, until this bill is dead and buried, I am going to be obsessed with striking this thing down, with killing the Dignity Act. This isn't a hell no to the highest order for me. No amnesty, nothing even remotely close to amnesty. Oh, well, Lawler didn't say a pathway to citizenship. You know what comes next. We'll get to that in a second. I've got a couple of other things, folks. I want to tell you that you're not wasting your time on this show. I know there were a lot of alternatives. Some of them are alternatives that I listen to every single day. And so if you watch it, either whether they're live or later, we appreciate you being here. Subscribe anywhere you get your podcasts. Search Ungoverned, completely free. You get the audio version. Listen to it while you're driving. Listen to it while you're working out, whatever it is. Also on Rumble, rumble.com/LFA TV. The individual streams are posted as soon as the show ends. As the continuous stream is running. So you can always come back, on demand and watch it later too. As long as you're consuming the content, sharing with your friends, I'm very happy. But we'd appreciate you sharing, hitting that thumbs up button for us. And we will do calls second half of the show. I want to know your opinion on amnesty, all right, on this bill, because I'm going to give you some background. Before we get to that, also a couple other things. An illegal alien killed 4 Americans on the road in Indiana. Operation Metro Surge in Minneapolis, the federal operation, 4,000 plus illegal aliens arrested. An Antifa general was arrested. Antifa general, it's ridiculous, but they got him. The feds are doing their job. I'm very proud of what the Department of Justice is doing. And then Donald Trump launched Trump RX yesterday, which is a very interesting, what's going to probably be a competitor to like Good RX. Cuts out the middleman, cuts out the PBMs. We'll get to that in a little bit if we have time. Also, because I know everyone loves it so much when I play videos of leftists singing, I got a new one. So we're going to put that up for you today as well. Phone call second half. So much to get to. Before we do that, I want to get to a word from our friends at where? OFP Farms. I love OFP Farms. These are the greatest. They're beautiful people. This cord has got to be, we're going to have to take care of that today. I'll just untangle it. That's all. This is what happens. Nestled, OFP Farms in the scenic foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. OFP Farms is more than just a farm. It embodies a tradition of quality and care. Proudly operating since 2014, OFP Farms goats are lovingly raised. They love the goats. And they love them the right way, not the wrong way like the Ayatollah. They love them the right way. They're lovingly raised, roaming open pastures and breathing fresh air, which ensures that the milk produced is of the highest possible standards. From their creamy goat milk soaps and moisturizers to their nourishing tallow-based balms, each product is thoughtfully crafted with your family's well-being in mind. I love the Goat Kisses lip balm. It's going to be sad for me. The milk and cookies, where I'm out. I'm at the bottom. I'm going to have to find another flavor of it. I love this stuff, man. It's so good. OFP Farms is committed to sustainable farming practices, providing natural and wholesome products that you can rely on. Now, whether you're in search of gentle skincare solutions or you simply wish to indulge in the purity of farm fresh goods, I warmly invite you, as does OFP Farms, to explore their website, ofpfarms.com, ofpfarms.com, ofpfarms.com. Their mission, OFP Farms' mission, is to bring a piece of the farm into your home, nurturing your family with the finest that nature has to offer. Check it out at ofpfarms.com, ofpfarms.com. It's Oscar Foxtrot Papa Farms.com. Promo code Sean, SHAWN, for 10% off of your entire order. ofpfarms.com, promo code Sean, ofpfarms.com, promo code SHAWN. Speaking of farm fresh and farm products, colostrum, right? This is bovine colostrum, Armra colostrum. They do this the right way. I think they're nice to their cows, which is always a good thing. It's tryarmor.com/LFA TV. Colostrum's great. I've been taking colostrum probably for about a month, maybe a month and a half now, and I have noticed a big difference in my skin. I have noticed an absolutely big difference in gut health, for sure. I'm not going to give you all the information about my BMs, but I will say that they've been less chaotic after taking Armra, after taking some colostrum. I'm just saying, I'm always on, that's me being less chaotic.
That's funny.
It's not a war zone.
Chaos.
Not that happening no more. Well, sometimes.
Don't eat green potatoes.
Do not eat green potatoes. Armra colostrum. I'm always on the lookout for ways to strengthen my immunity, my gut health, improve my fitness and metabolism, and enhance my skin and hair radiance. That is what Armra colostrum can do for you. It's the first nutrition we receive in life, contains all the essential nutrients that our bodies need in order to thrive. Armra colostrum can help reactivate your hair growth and help your skin glow by stimulating stem cells and collagen production, which increases elasticity for plumper skin. It guards against UV damage. It guards against chemicals and pollutants from the environment, and it clears blemishes for a glowy complexion. It also helps fortify your gut health and ignite your metabolism. Colostrum can also fuel your fitness performance and recovery. I've noticed, I'm doing some harder reps on the treadmill now. Tryarmor.com/LFATV, TRYARMRA.com/LFATV. It's tryarmor.com/LFATV for up to 30% off of your order. Tryarmor.com/LFATV. Okay. The Dignity Act. 1 second, because I have to play the liberals singing for you. Okay, I know everybody loves it. First of all, remember my number one favorite singing video is the Ahuya. Right? Remember this?
Everybody, Ahuya, Ahuya.
That's enough. Here's a new one. It's a couple Democrats in a church. And they're singing some song about, I don't know, ice out. Oh, my goodness. Here you go.
Our neighbors and I'm gonna de-ice our neighborhoods. Invite our neighbors in. I'm gonna de-ice our neighborhood. Invite our neighbors in. We're gonna heal this world.
Okay, so there you go. A little bit of songs there. If you weren't awake now, you are awake. If you weren't awake before, you are awake now. Okay, I'm going to ask this question a little later. I'm going to ask it now so you could start thinking. Remember the all those people who were impeding federal officers and all these things that were going on in Minneapolis? And I said, why are we not charging, or what we should be doing is charging these people under a specific statute? Anybody remember the statute? And you could cheat, you could punch it into the Google machine. Don't answer yet. but I'm going to come back to this question in just a little bit. I got to get in on this Dignity Act here, guys. The Dignity Act, the original sponsor is Representative Salazar, a Republican in the House of Representatives, and I used very big, beautiful air quotes because I didn't think Republicans would be proposing this type of slop and this type of garbage, and yet here we are. Here is Representative Maria Salazar. This was back last year, because I remember I was like, the Dignity Act, this sounds familiar. It sounds familiar because we talked about it several months ago. I want to say it was over the summer where they were trying to push one of these things, this act again. And I said, oh, no. This sounds like Amnesty. Red lights going off. Ding, 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 ding. All right, here we go. Maria Salazar. This was, again, this is a few months old, but it explains to you what this app is about, what this bill is about. Listen.
We give them dignity. At some point in the future, another legislator will write another law to give them path to citizenship. Right now, what we need to do is to
Excuse me, what? Whoa. I was told no path to citizenship, right? I was told no path to citizenship. This is... Do you understand why I'm against this? You guys understand why I'm against this. I have been saying it. Oh, no, the Dignity Act doesn't give them a path to citizenship. It just gives them a path to legal status. The sponsor, the original sponsor of this bill, Representative Salazar, in that clip, said, first we start here, then somebody else will give them a path to citizenship. No. First we start with deportation. You're out. We do not reward lawbreaking. I am telling you guys and gals, don't fall for this. Don't fall for this. This is Amnesty light. This is the beginning. This is them holding your hand and slowly walking you in. You're a frog in the pot of water, and they're slowly turning up the heat, and you're like, this is nice and warm and cozy. Next thing you know, you're getting boiled alive. Listen to the full clip here. So Salazar, again, this is the original author of the Dignity Act, which is really the Amnesty Act. Listen to how she's talking about it and obviously what the goal is.
We give them dignity. At some point in the future, another legislator will write another law to give them path to citizenship. Right now, what we need to do is to buy peace for these people, allow them to stay, to continue working because they are needed. You see, what I'm trying to do is to bring some common sense, which is the least common of all senses, to this conversation. The economy needs them. They do not have a criminal record. They have not gone into trouble. They have been here for a long time. They have roots in the country. Let them stay. Don't give them any type of federal programs. And allow them to pay taxes, help the Social Security Fund, and let them stay and contribute with the economy with no criminal record. What is wrong with that?
What is wrong with that? She wants to know what's wrong with that. They violated the law when they came here. All right, Representative Salazar. So I'm just going to be on your couch today when you show up back up at home. I'm going to be on your couch. I broke in illegally, but that doesn't matter. I'm absolved of that as long as I pay my own way, right? I'm absolved of that as long as I do my own laundry and I contribute to your home, right? I could stay with you. I can cut your grass. I could stay with you. No, I'm not paying part of the mortgage, though. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to pay for my own food, and I'll do my own laundry. I'll clean my own dishes. I'll mow your lawn. You know, I'll just be like what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, slave. That's what I'll do. But I could stay with you, right? Because at that point, I have no criminal record. I'm not a felon. I'm not a violent criminal. I broke and entered into your house illegally. I have no legal right to be there at all. I'm going to sleep on your couch, right? But I'm just an undocumented resident of your home. Right? That's fine. Of course not. Now, this woman's never going to live by the standards that she's asking us to live by. Never. Common sense would be enforcing the law as it's written. That's common sense. Common sense is if you break the law, you're not given amnesty for breaking the law. You're given consequences for breaking the law. I can't take this. Here she is again earlier in the year when she first introduced the Dignity Act. This is just ridiculous.
President Trump. Sir.
And by the way, hold on. If you look to the left, if you look to her, to the left on the screen, you'll see who's standing with her. This was back, I think, over the summer. Mike Lawler. Hello.
President Trump. Sir, the same God who saved you from death in Pennsylvania 1 year ago and who put you back in the Oval Office against all odds is the same God Almighty who millions and millions are begging to for some type of dignity, not amnesty. Sir, I believe that you could be for immigration what Lincoln was for slavery and Reagan was for communism. You are a businessman who understands our economy needs a reliable working force in areas where other Americans don't participate. You stopped Iran on its tracks. You stopped China from eating our lunch. You took the economic oxygen away from Maduro, and you signed the BBB the day that you said you were going to sign it. You have been called to do this, to fix this 40-year mess.
No, fixing the 40-year mess is not contributing more mess. I don't get it. You know, if you spill something on the floor, right? The other day I spilled a lot of coffee. It was bad. If I came back in there and said, hey, Brendan, I'm going to help you clean the mess, and spilled more coffee on the floor, that's not fixing the mess. Well, we'll just turn the whole floor into coffee. Now, at least it's all... No! And that argument, the same God that saved your life is now calling on you to give these people dignity? Excuse me. Oh, my gosh. And please don't fall for this. Please. This is not about dignity for illegal aliens. This is not about... They're using that term. Oh, what are you, against dignity for people? I'm not... How about dignity for our own people? How's that sound? Does that sound good? Does that sound like a plan? Maria Salazar, ma'am? How about dignity for the American people who are getting screwed over by those who are here illegally? Well, the ones who are here illegally without a criminal record aren't screwing everybody over. If they have a job that an American can work for a living wage, yeah, I'd say the American's getting screwed over because they're being undercut by somebody who is not protected by labor laws. You get it? So they can pay them a much lower wage. Where's the dignity in working for garbage wages? Where's the dignity in that? Oh, you don't think it's about working for low wages? You don't think she's talking about the economic impact. That's what she's talking about. Because if employers actually hired Americans that actually have to pay their workers a living wage, a real wage, instead of these slave wages, you know, the argument has always been, well, if we deport the illegals, who's going to pick our food? Americans will pick the food. They're not going to do it for $7.60 an hour. They'll do it for a real wage. But an illegal alien doesn't have the leverage to go to the employer and say, pay me more. This is illegal. You're illegal. You're not here legally. You're not even supposed to be working on this farm. You better take what you can get. That's what the employer says back to him. It's modern day slavery. If you don't believe me, listen again to Maria Salazar. Here she is. This was either yesterday or a couple days ago. This is recent. The first two clips I played weren't recent. This is recent. Maria Salazar making that really, really nasty argument about if we deport the illegals, what's going to happen to the food pickers. Watch.
But don't touch the nannies or the gardeners or the ones who are picking up the jalapeno peppers or the oranges or the berries or the ones in the dairy houses. Come on. Those people are helping us eat better, cheaper homes, cheaper vegetables, and better fruits. So those are the ones that we are trying to give a dignified status.
Dignified status. Don't touch the food pickers. Don't touch the nannies. Wait, so Americans can't pick food? Americans can't be nannies? Americans can't be janitors? Am I missing something here? Where is the dignity in having these people working for sub-fair and substandard wages? Where's the dignity, Maria? Where is it? All she's trying to do is score points with the left. I am telling you right now, if this is a bill that you like, or Mike Lawler, Maria, I am going to be your worst enemy. I'm not going to stop. This means a lot. I'm not going to stop talking about it. It's going to be annoying. I'm going to be the worst enemy of those in Congress who support this bill. The worst enemy. We do not want amnesty. It's not amnesty. We're not giving them a path to citizenship. Yes, it is amnesty. The original sponsor of the bill admits it's amnesty. You know, you had Lawler on Will Cain. Well, I'm not proposing a path to citizenship. I'm proposing a path to legal status. Yes, but what comes next? Well, nobody's going to offer a path. No, that's not true. Maria Salazar, as I played for you earlier, said the next step is citizenship. Absolutely not. No. I am immovable on this position. Immovable. They're not, yes, I get it. The Dignity Act, as it's written, does not give these illegals a path to citizenship. But Maria Salazar, who is the original author of the Dignity Act, the Amnesty Act, admits that's the next step. Here it is one more time.
We give them dignity. At some point in the future, another legislator will write another law to give them paths to citizenship. Right now, what we need to do is to buy peace for these people, allow them to stay, to continue working, because they're needed. You see, what I'm trying to do is to bring some common sense, which is...
Okay, all right, you heard it from her. First, we give them dignity, the Dignity Act, then somebody else down the road will give them citizenship. It's amnesty. It is unacceptable. It is a hell no from me. It should be a hell no from all of you. It is going to be an obsession of mine to destroy, obliterate, annihilate, and eradicate the Dignity Act. I did not vote for amnesty. You did not vote for amnesty. So to the Republicans in Congress, stop pushing amnesty. I could do a show for 10 hours on this. I would be repeating myself, but it means I am really pissed off about that. Really pissed off. Are we in Mo territory?
We are.
All right. Mo, amnesty or no? No. All right. Okay. Quick word from our friends over at Silent. It's slnt.com. And then we got to fly through a couple stories and we'll get to your calls. I want to hear from you guys. How about amnesty? Amnesty, yes or no? 631-527-4545 in about 10 minutes. We'll get to that. slnt.com/Sean, slnt.com/Sean. Silent. We love Silent. Let's face it. Your phone is a tracking device. It's tracking you everywhere you go. Between government agencies, big tech, corporate data brokers, even cyber criminals, they're all fighting for a piece of your digital footprint, and a lot of them don't ask. They just take it. They run with it. They sell your information. You get crazy ads. That is why Silent exists. Silent makes Faraday gear that blocks all wireless signals, including cellular, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, RFID, and near-field communications. No signal? What does that mean? It means no tracking. It means no remote access. It means no breadcrumbs. This is the same technology trusted by special ops teams around the world, used to block signals, avoid surveillance, and secure communications wherever the mission leads. And right now, that technology is available to each and every one of you. So you can protect your family, you can protect your freedom, and you can secure your digital footprint. All you got to do is drop your phone in a Silent Faraday sleeve, and it is off the grid, completely silent, totally invisible to the outside world. From Silent's backpacks to their sleeves to their crossbodies, Silent's patented technology gives you control of your privacy. Just visit slnt.com/Sean, SHAWN, to get 15% off and free shipping on qualifying orders. That is Silent, slnt.com/Sean. Protect your rights, secure your data, and stay one step ahead. Silent.com, slnt.com. Silence! People love that sound. Silence! The chaos, and go silent today. It's slnt.com/Sean, slnt.com/Sean. Bad Moon says the Blow Me Act is the next bill in front of Congress. All right. That's what I know.
Misfit's in the chat, by the way.
We love Misfit. Misfit's in the chat. He's been fired up. He's been real fired up. And you know what's funny? I love the vindication tours that he takes? Because, he's usually way ahead of things, right, Misfit? And people are like, no, you're just a grumpy guy from Boston online. You should stop complaining. And he's like, you'll see. And then in a couple months, you see like Elijah Schaefer's on like some sort of drug bender or whatever. And he's like, you don't have to send me apologies. You just, just don't yell. But he actually likes getting yelled at. It's pretty funny. Misfit had a great show this morning. So there you go. He's there at TMP Uncensored on Rumble. Follow him. He's a lot of fun. And especially follow him on X and Instagram because he'll just go right at people. Just doesn't care. And here's one of the other things that I love, right, the most. And this is very rare online. I heard Dan Bongino talking about this yesterday. It's very rare that you find somebody who's, in private the same way as they are in public. That's Misfit, okay? Same guy. I can tell you that. So, in a world that's lacking a lot of realness, it's always good to have some real ones around. So, shout out to Zach. It's awesome. Okay. Remember the charge? Do you remember the charge that I would cite? Impeding a federal officer. You could type it into the Google machine. That's fine. Because you could Google that. Y'all could Google that. There it is. He loves to say, I told you so. Yes, he does. He loves to say it and lives to say it. Love it. Remember the charge? What was the charge? It's pop quiz, because I like to cite the statute and then read the statutory language, like when we did the FACE Act, when we did the Klan Act. What is the charge? The U.S. Code, 18 U.S. Code Section what? 18 U.S. Code Section what? Does anybody remember? 18 U.S. Code Section ... for impeding a federal officer. Remember and I've been screaming this since mid-December with all the craziness that was going on there. Does anybody remember? No. It was 18 U.S. Code Section
31.
Not 31.
Oh.
Nope. B Hobson, remember it. It's okay. This is why I give you homework. Okay. Watch. 18 U.S. Code Section 111, impeding a federal officer. That's what it was. 18 U.S. Code Section 111. Well, there was this woman, apparently, and we played this on 1210 WPHT, in Minneapolis. She calls herself a relationship anarchist, whatever that means. But she's been impeding ICE officers over and over and over again. And she just got charged by the federal government. There it is. Bad Moon's got it. Think about this. So again, I've been reading you this statute for almost 2 months. Listen.
Today is Monday, February 2nd, 2026, and I'm coming at you with some news that I really did not want to have to come to you with, which is I just received a call from a lawyer telling me that the federal government is going to charge me. And my options were to A, turn myself in tomorrow morning, which will be the 3rd of February, or wait for them to serve a warrant and knock down my door. So tomorrow I'm being charged with 18-USC-111. I don't know much information other than that.
Okay, 18-USC-111. Folks, if you're listening to this show, if you're on this show, you're watching it every day or most days, you're listening it on audio. When you search Ungoverned on any of your podcasting platforms, you hit subscribe, and it's totally free. If you're following rumble.com/LFA TV and you can't watch the show live, but you come back later and you listen, you have heard me over and over and over again screaming about 18 U.S. Code Section 111, right? That's the impeding a federal officer statute. Up to a year in prison if it's a simple assault, right? 8 years if there's physical contact. Up to 20 years if it's an assault with a deadly weapon. This woman is being charged under 18 U.S. Code Section 111 because she rammed her vehicle into an ICE agent's vehicle. Again, allegedly, she'll have her day in court, but she's being charged under that statute. And so I have to say this to the Department of Justice. Thank you. This is what we want you to be doing. I want them to be going after the civilians, okay? Not just the top of these. I don't need the red meat. I mean, I want to see Don Lemon arrested, for sure. I like it. I want to see corrupt politicians arrested and facing consequences, yes. But if you listen to the left, and you listen to some of what the left-wing media outlets are saying, they're like, oh, a lot of this is just an intimidation tactic. Damn right it is. You're damn right it is. I want people to understand that if you break the law under this administration and you violate 18 U.S. Code Section 111 and you ram a car into an ICE agent's vehicle and you assault federal officers, that yes, you will be charged. Because the best deterrent is what? Consequences. Been saying that since June. Actually, I've been saying that since last February when they were lighting Teslas and dealerships with Molotov cocktails on fire. The best deterrent is what? consequences. If you publicly make examples of the people who are most egregiously breaking this law, you are going to deter other people from breaking the law. This woman was out there, I'm going to go FS up with these ICE agents. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to go do that. She rams, allegedly, an ICE agent's vehicle. Now she's charged. I don't have any information. This is insane. What's insane is you broke the law and you expected to get away with it. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. And what I'm saying here is you're not wasting your time on the show. You're not wasting your time here. I'm not BSing you. I'm not reading you nonsense. When we go through these statutes, eventually, what do you hear? You hear the same statutes cited in indictments. Don Lemon was charged under the FACE Act, which we read to you on there, and the Klan Act because of the conspiracy element of it. 18 U.S. Code Section 111. That's the impeding a federal officer statute. I think it's 18 U.S. Code Section 233. That's civil disorder. Anybody who blocks a roadway is engaging in that. That is a felony. I was thrilled to hear that those are the charges that she caught. Thrilled to hear that those are the charges that she caught. All right. Can I just play this one? Scott Bessent and Maxine Waters. Did you guys see this? I wanted to play this yesterday when we had the interview with Jim Tully, which, by the way, I got great feedback on. Jim's a great guy. I know Trump endorsed a different guy. That's okay. It is what it is. If you're in Georgia's 14th district, the decision is not up to the president. He can endorse whoever he wants. This is right. I'm not criticizing. I'm just saying he made his decision. I think Jim Tully is great. If you want to support Jim Tully, don't feel guilty because you're going against Trump's endorsement. It's your choice. It's your choice. I think Mr. Tully is amazing. So I would get involved with him as best you can. Okay. Yes, she did start a GoFundMe. The clip's a little long, but she did start a GoFundMe, Carl, in the chat. Carl wants to know, did she start a GoFundMe? Yes, she did. She says that in the clip. I just didn't want to play it for 2 minutes because I just wanted to hit the part where she said the statute she's being charged under. I want to play this Scott Bessent, Maxine Waters exchange because this woman is just an absolute mess. You know Maxine Waters. If you see a Trump supporter at the gasoline station, you tell them they're not welcome. I thought they were inclusive. I guess not. But Scott Bessent, who has been one of the most impressive members of the Trump cabinet thus far. And the best part about him is you cannot get under his skin. Watch this with Maxine Waters. There's 2 clips here. Here's the first one from a couple days ago in a hearing. That's not the clip. Okay? How about this one?
Consumers and on housing or affordability and putting the economy at risk. Yes or no? You don't have to explain.
Representative Waters,
will you be the voice? Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice? Will you be the voice of reason? Will you be the voice of reason?
A study
yes
from
no?
Wharton University
reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
Was a mass unfettered immigration.
Mr. Chair, will you let him know that when I ask him
time does belong to the gentlewoman from California.
10 and 20 million immigrants
can you
took
shut
up the housing stock of working Americans, and can you maintain some level of dignity?
Gentleman's time has expired.
No, my time.
Here at the end, can you maintain some level of dignity with a smile on his face? See, this is why I want to be called into one of these hearings. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Maxine Waters, cut me off. Go ahead. I'll go right into Trump. You know you're an ugly person. And a stupid person. What are you going to do? Hold me in contempt? You spent this country into trillions of dollars of debt. I don't want to hear anything about decorum. And reclaiming my time. She sang in one of them, and I don't know why this clip doesn't have. There it is. Here we go.
The housing crisis has grown worse. Is that you and the rest of the Trump administration levied tariffs on housing production goods like lumber and steel, as well as appliances. These tariffs will result in half.
Lumber is
reclaiming my time. You don't get to talk.
Lumber is at a 5-year low, Congresswoman.
Reclaiming my time.
Let's just have the facts.
Reclaiming my time. Thank you. However, one clear reason that the housing crisis.
Reclaiming my time. I would have said, we're singing? Okay. We could bust it out some Creed or Toby Keith, you know. Can you take me higher? We would have done reclaiming my time, my sacrifice. Now we would have just How do you like me now?
Oh, don't even get me started.
You're
I
reclaiming
love
my
Mason Toby.
time. All right. Hey, who wants to do calls? Amnesty. That's going to be the topic of the day. You guys, what do you think about this Dignity Act? Huh? You're going to call your representative? We're going to get the Dignity Act struck down. 631-527-4545. Start calling in. 631-527-4545. We will get right to your calls right after a word from our friends at where? goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Take a look.
I'm sure by now you've heard that silver went up 160% last year, 2025. I bought this silver for $22 an ounce. It's now worth almost $100. And we and experts think that silver is going to get up to about $200 an ounce. Palladium and platinum were stuck at $900 an ounce for like over a year, or in that area. Now they're up over $2,000. Gold is approaching $5,000 an ounce. If you have ever thought about putting some or all of your retirement or nest egg or savings or just buying bullion in precious metals, now's the time to do it. goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. That's goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. Go leave your name, your email, and your phone number. Schedule a time to talk to the folks over at Golden Crest Metals. Get your free gold guide today, and make sure you tune in on Saturdays at 1 p.m. for the Crest Report, where we dive deep into precious metals, why they're doing what they're doing, and where we expect them to go. It is like insider trading. Nancy Pelosi knows about that. We don't. It's just inside information. It's not even really that. It's called knowledge. Get yours today and get a part of gold, silver, palladium, and platinum and diversify your portfolio today. goldencrestmetals.com/LFA.
There it is, goldencrestmetals.com/LFA. By the way, I got to say, give a shout out to Matt Chance in the chat. I've never seen Matt Chance in our chat before, so I apologize if you've been here for a while. Matt Chance says, I'm telling you, Maxine Waters has a face that would stop Bird Sugar Honey Iced Tea in midair. Then we got Machine, XX Machine XX. Can you reclaim my time? Right? I'll reclaim my time with arms wide open. There you go. I would start singing Creed at Maxine Waters if she was there. 631-527-4545. Let's get to your calls right now as we are connecting here to the great, the legendary Heather in Kansas City. What's up, Heather?
Hello, this is Kamala today.
Reclaiming my time. Reclaiming my time.
Reclaiming my election in 2024.
There it is. She's got that Spanish Kamala now. That's what she did. Are you okay? Are you okay? Is your family okay? Is your house okay?
You okay? And we don't want to throw. I am not for amnesty, by the way.
Good. Very good. Thank you.
No, I say you come over. I don't care. I mean, if you're my friend even and you came over illegally, it's a crime. I'm sorry.
Right.
Adios. Afuera, right?
Afuera.
So,
yes.
afuera.
Yes. Afuera.
So we have
a
friend who is in the Navy. He was in the Army. Now he's a chaplain in the Navy. And I will not say where they're at specifically just because I don't know how the safety is there. But I did send Brandon the locations on text, I think. But they are near striking distance of Iran. So
yes, there's been a lot of talk there. I think there was a message put out yesterday that like the government told any U.S. citizens to get out of Iran without the U.S. government's help.
Yeah.
So
kind
of looks like something may be happening.
And on that message that we received, it has specific boats that they're on. So that's why I'm not going to really name.
That's good. Smart.
What they are. Just, I don't want to get in trouble. So
right.
But everything's good here. We are going to be at, I think, 60 degrees today.
Yeah, we're going to have a nice weekend here, too, in terms of temps. So I'm very excited about that.
I'm like, I like that, but then it's like I don't want too early of that yet. So, but anyway. But yeah, I also saw another video of grandmas singing against ICE. I don't know where I saw it. I'd have to find it and maybe send it to you all or something.
Okay.
But it's like the singing. I mean, really, like
it's ridiculous.
Like y'all are off key.
It's horrible.
Anyway, well, I don't want to keep you, but I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl this weekend, I guess.
Yeah, I'll be watching it too. Go Seahawks, and I'll be watching the Turning Point USA halftime show. Brantley Gilbert. So,
yeah,
there you go.
His family that lives in Washington State, the other side
Right.
The other side. But we'll root for them. But our friends will probably have it on, but me and my other friend are going to boycott it and go in the kitchen and hang out. So we're
Good
not
stuff.
gonna watch it,
Awesome
so.
stuff. Well, thank you for the call, Heather. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Heather from Kansas City. It's like the first year the Chiefs aren't in the Super Bowl in like what feels like a decade. But, I'll be watching the game for sure. Here we go. Next one coming up here and trying to connect. It's doing the thing where it takes a long time to connect now. But we are connected. Here we go. We are in there. Who do we have on the line here? Hello.
Hi, my name is Dorothy. Hey, Sean,
Hi.
I got a question. So I'm a Canadian citizen, and I'm trying to get my legal citizenship. My husband came on an H-1B, and I'm really freaking frustrated with the Republican Party. There's laws on the books. So why aren't they talking to the American people that, hey, we have laws on the books, read the laws out? Because people like myself that came here legally, paid for lawyers to get our stuff done legally, why are we not pushing that? Like, I guess I'm just so frustrated with the Republican Party. I am sick of it. I guess that's what I'm frustrated with, Sean.
Well, and I don't blame you for being frustrated. It's not an easy process, right? And my problem, if I were you, I would be very upset, A, like you said, that they're not pushing coming in the right way and not helping, right? Or not making it easier for folks to do what you're doing legally. But B, that they're literally going to take people who did not come in the right way and they're going to jump the line in front of you. And that's absurd.
I already called Salazar's office. And the guy goes, go on her website. I said, no, you work for her. You tell her. You're pissing a lot of people off. You guys have laws on the books from when my husband and I came here 20 years ago. And the Republican Party either can't read the laws, don't want to push the laws, don't want to tell the American people about the laws, but the laws are on the books. And I don't understand why they're not being pushed, why they're not being talked about. That goes from the rhinos, that goes from the MAGA Party, that goes from everybody, and I'm sick of it. The Republican Party has let everybody down.
Yeah,
everybody, Jim Jordan, Comer, all of them, they suck.
They're not doing their job efficiently and effectively, and they are not, as you mentioned, enforcing the laws on the books. Thank you so much for the call. Good luck with everything. Keep calling those people's offices and
hey, you're great, Sean. I love you and Brennan.
Listen, do me a favor. First
best.
of all, you're the exception to the rule when I talk about people from Canada. I'm just kidding. I'm only kidding. All right.
Okay. Canada sucks, but I love you and Brennan, and you're great.
I would never call you a snow Mexican. We're not going to do that, okay? No, but thank you for doing it the right way, and I appreciate your call, and thank you for expressing your frustration. You're right to be angry. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too, Sean. Bye-bye.
What a call that was.
We should clip that and post that around.
Hell yeah.
Because that was good.
That was really good. She should have her show.
She should.
Jeremy. I'll give you her phone number. Get her on LFA TV. Give her a show. That was awesome. All right, 631-527-45. No, and it's it's sad that she had to call and was so upset.
Right.
But this is what we're talking about here. This is why no Dignity Act. Why don't we help the people that are doing this the right way? We have another call connecting here, and as it connects, I don't know how you're going to follow that up. That was unbelievable. All right, here we go. You're connected. Who do we have on the line here? Hello.
It's Dawn Tank.
What up, Dawn Tank? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. We're doing all right.
I watched the show. I'm just not in the chat.
No problem.
My eyes are bothering me. But
Gotcha.
I did not realize Mike Lawloff was in the background of Salazar's video. That snake. He's going to try it here, huh?
Yeah, it's exactly what he's trying to do. He was on Will Cain, extolling the virtues of this Dignity Act, and you saw them. He was on the side of her. That first clip that you could see him standing with her. That first clip was a little older. It was from over the summer, but he's been pushing this, and now he's gaining some momentum with it because of the SAVE Act and all this other stuff. But yeah, he's a snake. He's absolutely a snake.
Oh,
and
God.
you just heard a previous caller who's doing this the right way, who's about to, who could potentially have, get cut in line here. She's doing it the right way, and yet you have people who came in illegally, did it the wrong way, and may reap the same benefits. It's disgusting and it's absurd.
Oh my God! The only one worse is Garbarino.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, that goes without saying.
Oh my God!
You know how that goes.
Well, that's where I am.
Right.
So.
Right.
I call their offices. I have them on speed dial.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell you how many times, and not one ever called back, not one ever anything. I don't even get emails from them.
They're terrible.
They're call them so much they stop answering my calls. Like they think they must see my caller ID and say, "Oh, it's back."
They say
again.
nope.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm
That's a
so
shame.
used to Lee Zeldin because he was always with us all the way, and he was, talking to us all the time.
Right.
Now we got this schmuck.
Yep. Well, that's unfortunate, and hopefully, keep pushing, try and find a way to replace him. But Dawn, thank you for the call. Appreciate you. All right.
Yeah, I love you guys. I see you too, Bad Moon.
There you go.
Talk to you later.
Thanks, Dawn. All right, we have time for one more lightning round style, 30 seconds if you have a chance to get through. Dawn Tank. It's the first time she's called in a while. I love doing these. We got some couple of the immigration call just before was just
when you can get a Canadian that upset.
Yeah,
because Canadians are so nice.
Usually, the only Canadians I see that get that upset are on a hockey rink.
Yeah,
because they start fighting.
She should play hockey.
She should play hockey for fighting. All right, 631-527-4545. I don't think we're gonna have time to take one more. Actually, okay, here we go. We'll get this on quick though. It's got to be very quick. About 20 seconds or so, but I'd love to end it on one more note. Okay, here we go. You're on. You're connected to the show. I got 20 seconds. Go ahead.
Hey, Sean, Tom from Long Island. Just want to say I can't believe all the crap that's going on. We really need to start, getting out there more and being louder, and it just hurts my brain to see all the crap going on in this world right now.
Same here, Tom. Thank you very much. I feel your frustration. Don't let it get you down. Get out there. Be loud. Of course, as we always used to say, stay loud, and that's how you make a difference. Thank you so much for your call, Tom. Sorry I have to cut this short, but thanks for your call. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thanks, Sean. Have a good day.
Thank you. All right, that'll do it for our call segment today. Thank you so much to everybody who called in. Thank you so much to everybody who listened and to everybody who shared. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button right down on the right down underneath the video there on Rumble, rumble.com/LFA TV. If you're listening on audio after the fact, go to rumble.com/LFA TV every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time when you can catch this show live. We start streaming on LFA TV from 8 a.m. all the way throughout the day. Rumble.com/LFA TV. Jeremy Harrell is up next here on Rumble on LFA TV with Live from America for the next 2 hours. As President Trump says, we will never give up. We will never give in. We will never, ever surrender. And if all else fails, we'll just become ungovernable. Thank you. God bless you. God bless this one nation with Megamo. Under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a great rest of your Friday. See you on the Rumble Rundown tomorrow. Super Bowl weekend. It's going to be a fun time. And we'll be back here, same time, same place, rumble.com/LFA TV at 10 a.m. Eastern for Ungoverned on Monday. Until then, have a great rest of your weekend. Bang gavel. Enjoy the Super Bowl if you're going to watch it. Enjoy the alternative halftime show if you're going to watch it. And thank you for your attention to this matter.